Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Welcome to the 12 days of Test Your Brainstem or Cranial Nerves. Seasonal singing and neurology. That's what I'm all about. My name is Kimberly Moeller, and if you don't know me, I help voice professionals confidently sing and teach 100% of clients through functional applied neurology. So today, I have a little coffee. Definitely smelling that coffee. I think that's the best part of coffee. But we are going to be testing cranial nerve 1. That is the olfactory nerve. So if you're not familiar with this nerve, it's our sense of smell. And what you're going to need today is something non-toxic. Ideally, this is something that is like an essential oil or something very bright that you can identify and recognize. But if you're in a bind, you can use your coffee. That's all right. So for today, let's take some kind of physical assessment. I love doing a physical assessment and then a singing assessment. And because it's the holidays, we're definitely going to be doing chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Whew, I picked pretty low key, but we're going to go with it today. So there's my singing assessment, just sort of taking stock of where that is today. I'm not super warmed up. You don't have to be. It's not a big deal. These are just bite-sized little assessments. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands here on my collarbone. I'm going to do a lateral tilt of the neck. So I'm going to line my body up, make sure we do not move into pain. Lateral tilt. This camera's going to go with me. Oh my gosh. Lateral tilt. Okay, so this side, I don't know if you can see that even in my face, but there's a little bit more restriction on one side. So I'm just going to observe that. I'm not going to move into it. And as a singer, I know it would feel really good to like stretch it all out and like move into that and like see if the pain is still there. But I'm going to really encourage you not to do that. Just take the baseline assessment, see where it is. And now you're going to grab your essential oil of some sort. I'm going to choose this one. It's called Holiday Peace. I'll use a little bit of that right now. And it's, I know that this is a very Christmassy blend. So it smells like pine trees, things like that. I'm going to take the cap off. Now I'm going to plug up one side of my nose, one nostril, and I'm going to ask myself 3 questions. Can I smell anything? What is it? Can I identify it? And can I visualize the scent? Now, I'm going to just really, really quickly talk about why this is super important for your nervous system. Imagine you are post-COVID or you woke up with a stuffy nose and the building that you're in is on fire. If you can't smell that immediately, then your brain cannot move you from the situation. You cannot use your senses to GTFO and leave, right? Because that's a survival mechanism. So yes, smell is a survival mechanism, and we need it to be working efficiently and effectively in order to not feel the anxiety of where am I and why is this scent not working, this sense. So let's test it. Okay, we're going to plug up your right. I'm going to do my right nostril first. And we're going to work on opening this one. I'm holding it kind of just below the chin. Close my eyes. Ask myself these 3 questions. Do I smell anything at all? Yes, it's a bit faint, but yes. Okay, what is it? Holiday pine trees. Holiday Peace by doTERRA. I've identified it. Now, can I visualize it? So I'm going to continue closing my eyes. I'm going to waft it around. And I'm going to imagine myself up in Seattle where my family is, with all the trees around, going on a walk. Just looking at these big, beautiful trees and pine cones. Great. Yes, I can actually do all three of those things. So that's a win. Now you can assess the body after one side, and you can assess it after testing both, see if there's any weaknesses. So I'll just reassess now. Oh, yes. A little snap, crackle, pop. Wow, this side's a lot better. I don't feel that pull anymore. Naturally. Good. So I have a positive reassessment. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. That doesn't feel like as uncomfortable and low, actually. It feels pretty comfy. Okay, so I'd say that tested better. Now I'm going to plug up the other side. I'm going to do the same 3 steps while keeping in mind, is this stronger or less strong than this side? Pine trees. This one's a little bit less strong for me. So one thing that I like to do when something is definitely stronger on one side and I know that this side needs rehab, sidebar, yes, you can actually rehab this sense. Give the brain more input and see what the output is. It can actually produce a better performance in output if you change the input. Then why wouldn't we, right? Why wouldn't we improve it? I'll give myself a couple more whiffs, open up these tissues and turbinates in the nose. Maybe even open up this area. Maybe even drag this side over to this side. So my brain goes, this smells like this. Yes, okay. All right, I've given myself plenty of smells this morning. Now, I'm going to reassess my body. Oh my gosh, that's a lot better. A lot better. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Oh my gosh, well, that feels really good to me. Let me see if anybody on the Facebook or anywhere has a comment or a concern or question. Oh, I don't know if this is actually streaming or not. Well, we'll find out. And YouTube, if you have questions too, I'll have to get to you after this is done. So I'm finishing up, but I had a positive assessment from this. And I found one sense that was definitely one side of my nose, my right cranial nerve 1, needed some wake up. Yeah. Try this out. The most exciting thing about this is smell plays a role in memory. It plays a role in pain. So same side. It's the only sense that we have that is not controlled by the opposite side of the brain. And that's very exciting new information for the brain. So if you're in a pinch and you stub your toe or something happens and you can't seem to get rid of the pain quickly, try using your sense of smell on the same side of the body. Cool. Try this out with your singing and let me know how it goes. I'll see you tomorrow for Cranial Nerve 2.